Hey, welcome back. It's us again. It's utterly unrelated, Meagan and Erin.
And today I don't have diarrhea poison.
And neither do I, and we're back in person.
Yes, it's nice. And I ate pizza.
I had pizza rolls for breakfast.
Mm.
I had like the cheapest, dirtiest pizza rolls that they make because they're Walmart brand.
Oh, okay. I was like, were you talking about Totino's?
Oh, I wish.
I know, Totino's are nice.
Dude, Totino's are like the Avion of pizza rolls. Is that still a valid reference? Is Avion still a thing?
I mean,
probably not.
Like, yeah, I assume so.
Maybe not.
I haven't bought it since I was young and wanted to appear rich.
I remember my dad and my stepmom used to, they would get bagels and lox and bottles of Avion, and then they would put like lime slices in their drinks, and it felt like the most fancy breakfast I've ever seen. And I wanted to eat it until the reality of what lox was set in, and I was like, I don't want, can I just go to Burger King? I don't like this.
But that is, I mean, admittedly, that is like an Instagram breakfast.
Oh, yeah,
it's
totally.
Visually, it's very appealing to me.
So pretty.
But yeah, I don't like fish.
I watched a guy, and I thought of you last night. I was watching a guy, and he was like, would you eat this meal? It's super healthy. And he started to peel a shrimp, and I was like, I'm out. Then he peeled a banana, and I was like, where's this going?
I would eat the banana.
So he cut up the shrimp, and then he mixed in a bunch of like citrusy, like fresh orange and lemon and lime. Okay. And then he cut up onions and hot pepper, and then he took a banana and he made little teeny slices, and he deep fried those slices and used them like a chip to eat the like shrimp guacamole he made.
Like ceviche kind of.
Like ceviche but cooked, yeah.
Oh man.
I forgot to mention that
If I liked
part.
shrimp, that sounds amazing.
I know, right?
Usually for me, whenever I see like a seafood recipe or anything like that, I always just imagine, depending on what it is and where they're going with it, I just imagine either chicken or tofu. Mm-hmm. And so, like, that would be really good with shredded chicken.
Oh, it would. Yeah, dude. Or pork.
Ooh, you know what? Yes.
I might have to try that. Okay, now I gotta go find it again.
Toss some mangoes in there too, though.
Yes. So just to harken back, just to let everybody know, I threw up on our Facebook page, because of course we have a Facebook page. One person looked at it this week. We just never promote it because we're never on Facebook. I'm never on Facebook. But
I entirely forgot we had a Facebook page.
I know, right?
I'm pretty sure I'm not Facebook friends with us.
We need someone else to take over our social media so that I don't have to continue to forget to maintain it.
I don't even maintain mine most of the time. I forget.
Neither. I put up pictures of like cross stitches I've done, and then I'm like, Durr. But I put up the Jeffree Star video I was talking about. I threw up there.
Fucking Jeffree Star, that guy.
I know, right? And that's all we have to talk about him, because he sucks. But more importantly, I'm very fucking excited because March is the month of Cryptids. Yay! Cryptids! Today we're going to do what's new in the cryptid news. And why cryptids, you may want to know. Because why the fuck not? Cryptids are amazing.
What could you possibly think of is less related to March than a cryptid?
Absolutely. See? You don't want to do cryptids in October. That is passé.
Exactly. And since we are the utterly unrelated podcast, we have to take the thing that the month is known for and take a hard left.
Yeah. Flip it. We're talking. We're throwing around the idea of doing a Danny McBride in May and just watching all the things Danny McBride has done.
That sounds so fucking dope.
It's so good, and I'm like halfway there.
You know what? Maybe we could even get him to do a cameo.
Does Danny McBride do cameos? Can we
Probably.
do it? Oh my god.
If not, we'll just get somebody who looks like him or somebody who has met him before.
Dude, I read an article this morning. There's a guy.
We'll get Adam Devine.
Adam Devine. Yeah, we'll get fucking Kelvin. There is some homeless guy who's going around pretending to be Ed Sheeran. Sheeran. Well, however the fuck you said Ed Sheeran.
The redheaded guy.
Pretending to be him and playing at churches for $35 and a sandwich.
Is he as good?
He is not. Oh. He just looks like him a little bit, but like taller and skinny.
In the sense of he's redheaded? Yes, yeah. Exactly. Okay, so that's funny because I have a theory that I look like every single brown-eyed child I've ever met. And it's fucking true.
I get it.
Because I have really big brown eyes, and kids have big eyes because their heads aren't all the way the size they're going to be, but their eyes are. So I kind of have that vibe going. I'm not quite alien, but like
not even close.
I have they're not. I don't have Steve Buscemi eyes, but like you know they're large doe eyes. You have
big, beautiful doe eyes.
Yes, as does every child, and all the fucking time. Like, if I'm walking with any child, regardless of my age at the time. Okay, so my godsister is black, and I was, like, 14 or 13 when she was born. And admittedly, I looked old for, like, 14. But I would be walking around with her, like, holding her in the store because she's the most precious angel in the whole universe. And people would be like, oh, my God, she looks so much like you. And it's like... I mean, we have brown eyes. And that was kind of when I started thinking, do I just look like every brown-eyed child? And then later on, like not long ago, maybe a few years ago, I was at a house show, and one of my friends had brought his daughter who was like 10, and people like kept referring to her as mine, or like asking... like just referring to us as mother and daughter, and we were like, I mean, we both have brown eyes. Is that what you're referring to?
Right.
So I guess it's just since that's my prominent feature. Yeah, that's what people default to. Just like with redheads, all redheads apparently look alike. It honestly, man, it was probably Conan O'Brien.
Oh my God, I tried so hard to watch and enjoy that murder show with Will Arnett that he's on the first episode of. I tried so hard. I couldn't get into it. It's all improv, and I respect that, but like...
The Conan one was okay, but the one that you have to fucking see. I know that you're like, I don't like this. Too bad. You have to see the Marshawn Lynch one.
Okay.
Fucking hilarious. He was the best one. He and Kim Jong were like the best.
Is Marshawn Lynch the guy with the predator hair?
Yeah.
He's who played for the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is fucking hilarious.
Interesting.
Oh my God. He is an improv master. He's so fucking funny. He didn't crack or anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive actually, because...
Oh, he was great.
Wow.
Yeah. It was as good as the John Mulaney opening monologue. No joke.
Really?
No fucking joke. Yes.
Wow.
It had me in stitches.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it another try for sure.
Even Nick, who fucking hates improv, watched it and was also in stitches. It's just the funniest shit.
We were watching Conan, and I was like, Dave, I feel like we paid $12 to go to your friend's improv show on college night. And he was like, yeah, me too. We one time when we were living up in Vancouver, BC, he's like, my buddy's having a one-man show. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Let's go to it. His whole shtick was that he was like a horror comedian, so he would do like where he looked like a ventriloquist doll, but not like, I mean, I don't think that was what he was going for.
He was trying to be Betty White.
I know, right?
He's too shitty at makeup.
He was, I mean, his name was Geraldson, and he was very good at stand-up.
Is that his real name?
I don't think so, because he would get up there and he'd be wearing like a creepy suit, and he'd wear like white face makeup, you know, to make him look pale, and he'd be like, so, hey, you in the front row, nice head. I think I'll take it. You know, and so it was supposed to be really like shtick and schlocky and stuff. And so he was like, come to Gerald Geraldson's one-man show. And 37 minutes in, he's just holding a chainsaw screaming, I hate you, Dad! And I was like, what am I watching? It was all about his dad, like, abusing him. It was so uncomfortable.
Okay, so my only wish is that show got so fucking big that people were giving him earnest interviews.
Yeah.
And I want to hear him take that too seriously and explain it.
Right? I mean, that was such a hard left from comedy. I know. And he's so good at the comedy he did. And when he was in character, I was in it. And then he was like, Dad touched my butthole with the cane, and I was just like, I don't know what's happening. Don't Don't quote me on that. That might not be what the show was about. It's been a really long time. It was in the basement of like a church, I feel like, or something, and there was like 8 of us. I'm like, okay, I know he's got to start somewhere. People got to support him, but like, this is not what I thought I was getting into with this one-man show.
And then he sold us the timeshare.
Yeah, then and that's why we have a timeshare in the bayou.
I was always wondering.
Dude, timeshare people. Oh, they're relentless. I remember when Dave came home and he was like, I think it might be a really good idea. Like, we could go and I was like, are you did you sign something? Why are you saying this to me? This is not a good idea. So this month, Megan and we've each chosen a cryptid that we're going to do a deep dive into. And I'm not going to spoil it right now because it's so fucking good. And we have been both just eyeballs and assholes deep in cryptid news and mythology and all the things. So today we're just going to run down what's new in the cryptid world, do a hot headlines and cryptids, just to sort of take a break because it's been intense. I've seen a lot of poorly filmed documentaries.
Oh man, I have heard so many weird podcasts where people are just recounting other people's stories, but they're over enunciating and they're really putting emphasis on the T's. Yes.
Oh, that sounds like a bad choice.
Yeah, and just mispronouncing shit, but like sticking with it.
My favorite is when people are like, not from the Pacific Northwest. And they come out here and they're like, what's the fucking...
Willamette.
Yeah. Or Willamette. And they just stick with it. You know what?
Like saying couch, okay, I get that. Couch Street, it's fucking spelt like fucking couch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry they want to pronounce it cooch. That's dumb.
Nobody who's us decided that, but like, we don't need to argue the merits of it, and don't stick with couch because you don't want to say cooch because it's cooch. Like,
it is, but I'm just like, bro.
Right. So we're keeping it fast and loose today. We're gonna start with the supernatural sheep of Slovenia's door-to-door carnival.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't read this article yet, so we're just flying by the seat of our pants.
This is interesting.
This is featured on atlasobscura.com. If spring is nigh and hordes of people are roaming around in sheep costumes making lots of noise, it's a safe bet you've found yourself in northeastern Slovenia. I wasn't going to try to pronounce this little town. You
weren't just going to mispronounce it and stick to it?
I was.
And say it every fucking sentence?
I can't. It's a PTUJ. How would we go about pronouncing that? I'm going to say John, PTUJ. I don't know. Sure.
No fucking clue.
No clue.
I can't even hazard a guess on that.
So this annual rite of spring, which comes 11 days before Ash Wednesday, you'll know it, for the core of the carnival consists of groups of folks wearing gigantic sheepskin costumes, going door to door at local homes, forming circles around the residents, and jumping around, shaking sticks adorned with hedgehog skins. The point is to make enough noise to chase away the remnants of winter and other associated evil spirits and cryptids.
But then why sheepskin?
Right?
Because I would imagine that would, if anything, dampen any noise that you're making with whatever pelts.
Well, and like... Okay, so if sheep are the patron gods of scaring away cryptids, then this is a...
Are they? Because they seem pretty tasty to most of them.
Yeah,
that's kind of how you know that you have a cryptid problem, right? Is your sheep and your cows start going missing or like show up with holes in their necks.
Your goats have been sucked dry. Like,
there's even a whole dude who does specifically only that.
Right? Oh my god, my mom used to live out in the middle of nowhere in Gig Harbor, and her fucking mailbox. So it was like you turn left down this random dirt road, and there's a line of mailboxes, and you stop there and you get the mail, and then you drive around and down and over and under and across a bridge, and then you get to her fucking house. It was gorgeous. It was amazing. It was difficult. So on the weekends, she would walk out for exercise. She'd walk down to get the mail. And I always told her, Mom, don't go at night. The fucking chupacabra's going to snatch you out there. You are in chupacabra territory. And I know that's probably a hot take because she was in like northern Washington. But I felt chupacabra vibes out there. There were dead animals that had been sucked dry, which she tried to tell me was not actually what happened, that they were just decomposed and had dried in the sun. But fuck me if I didn't see little bunnies that looked like they'd been sucked dry. Granted, I don't have a science degree. I don't know anthropology. I I don't know the signs of decomposition in animals well enough to say she was right or I was wrong, and I'll never fucking say I was wrong. But
I do know them, and I firmly say you were right. Having no evidence and never having seen them.
That seems to be the basis of all cryptid research. I have not seen it. I heard a friend of a niece tell me it fucking existed.
Yup. I've heard this 8-person account.
Yes. Oh my god. So have you watched Pam and Tommy yet? The show on Hulu.
Nah, I'm not going to, because the people don't look enough like Pam and Tommy. If they looked more like them, I'd probably watch it.
So Dave has a friend, Sam. What up, Sam Roberts?
What up?
Can't wait to meet your new wife and your baby doggy. Apparently he went to school with Sebastian Stan, who plays Tommy Lee. So every time I see this guy, he was also the Winter Soldier in the Marvel movies.
I look more like Tommy Lee than that guy.
Every time I look at him, I'm like, oh, that's Sam's friend. I never once thought, oh, that's Tommy Lee. But he's good at what he does. Like, he must get his butt cheeks exfoliated. He has a really soft butt cheek looking.
He probably just moisturizes,
Probably, like, exfoliate, moisturize. He probably is lit really well because it's a movie. But I was like, he doesn't have a single, like, ingrown hair on his butt cheek? Anyway, not the point. So we watched the first episode yesterday, because now that Righteous Gemstones is over, and Peacemaker's over, we have nothing to watch, so we gave this a try. And plus, Dave's mom knows Seth Rogen's mom from the synagogue.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, we're supporting the family of the family. Anyway, so we watched the first episode, and I didn't know this, and I don't know if this is true. I haven't even given it a Google. But when Seth Rogen breaks into their house, he plays the guy who breaks into their house. Sorry, I should have started with that.
That's right. So, and that was one thing that I wanted to watch it for, is because it's Seth Rogen and, like, one other person who I really like.
Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman. Knock off. I knew it was somebody who I liked as much as Steve Buscemi.
Good. And I'm going to ruin it for you. And I'm going to ruin it for everyone who hasn't seen it.
I follow the story in the news. I know what happened.
Now, this I didn't know. So, apparently Pam and Tommy had a big-ass sheepdog. And he was super cute, but he was always, like, out in the yard fucking around being a sheepdog. And Seth Rogen's character, who I don't remember his name, he's like, dude, the only way we can get onto the property and unplug the security cameras, we dress like that fucking sheepdog, right? So he dresses like a sheepdog and goes out in the middle of the night and pretends to, like, be taking a piss on the lawn. Like, the security guard literally doesn't bat an eye, and then he unplugs the security camera, and then he steals their safe. But it's so ingenious.
Is that really how that went down?
I hope so, because it was really great to watch. But this is what that reminds me of. Like, people dressing up like sheep and just, like...
And just unplugging security cameras left and right.
Yeah. Dude, this was misleading. I thought it was a real cryptid thing. I mean, these people are there having fun. There's booze. Is
there funnel cakes?
There might be. There's, like, little... Okay, to turn this would unplug it, but the little sheepdog costumes are so cute.
I'm sure.
I'll post them on the Insta.
There's no way it couldn't be cute.
Oh my god. It's like grown men dressed like sheep. And so it's like the furry wool, and then they've got these like elaborate headdresses, sort of like True Detective season 1. And they're like walking upright. They're so good. I'm gonna save them. Okay, let's see what else is going on. The Yowie, could Australia's Bigfoot actually exist? I have a spoiler. We don't know. Because that's the answer to every fucking question.
That's every single Bigfoot thing.
Every single Bigfoot thing. Although encounters with large bipedal hominids are mostly associated with North America and the Himalayas, Australia is where it's known as the Yowie. One witness maintains that he had encountered such a creature in 1995 at his home on Mount Tamborine in the Gold Coast hinterland. You're welcome, Australia. I know you're not listening. Nobody else. I see our trajectory. It doesn't hit Australia. In the darkness behind the swamp, there was this noise, booming and guttural. It made my hair stand on end, he said during an interview with Australian News. And then, I picture him crying for this next part as he's recounting it. On top of the noise, it was bipedal! I could hear it walking, trading through the swamp. Then it started to rip the foliage from the ground and throw it in the air. Okay, first of all, Bigfoot throws rocks, not foliage. He doesn't sprinkle it in the air like confetti or rose petals at a fucking
Maybe he was really
gay
feeling
wedding.
Himself that day.
He may have been. Maybe he had, like, exfoliated really well and he didn't smell like shit anymore.
Maybe he was looking for his keys.
He may have been. I know, I left him here.
God damn it.
Oh.
Where the fuck is it?
Generally, people encounter a gorilla-like animal. You could call it a very hairy man-like animal, but this one stands out as 1.5 to 2 meters larger. Okay, first of all, have you seen a regular one? And you know for a fact it's taller? Have you been spotting Bigfoots in various regions? No. No. You know what? I saw a snake the other day in my yard. I told Dave it was a fucking boa constrictor. It was probably the size of a rubber band. Like, we tend to exaggerate, but that's fine. Okay, missing persons eaten by the yowie, a hunter claims. So the yowie apparently is wreaking havoc on the Gold Coast, which is a shame because that's the pretty coast. I think that's where the Hemsworths surf. I could be wrong.
No, it is. I made that up. Is. I don't know if it is or not. But in
every
my mind,
Australian ever goes there to surf. Fuck, what's that beach that starts with a B?
The beach.
The beach. There's like a famous beach, and I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, I'll edit that out. The beach, I like much better. So Bigfoot things are happening across the world, but that's nothing compared to what's happening underground. Ancient
fucking mole people?
Oh god, ancient reptilians. The unanswered mystery of the 7,000-year-old Ubaid lizard man. Now, I really hope that there are mole people because honestly, I have questions they have answers to.
Okay. There was a president who believed in mole people, or was that like a dream?
I feel like there was a president. I feel like it was George Bush.
No. I'm talking like in the maybe 1800s.
Oh, probably. They thought that ghosts lived in your blood and that syphilis was a miracle cure. So, no, I made that last part up. Don't come here for facts, people. This is just not
That's like
where the facts live.
Okay. That's like curing malaria with sickle cell anemia. I mean, technically it does the trick, but
I mean, you might not have the malaria as much as you have the sickle cell.
Right.
Let's see. It is commonly accepted. It is a commonly accepted view in mainstream archaeology that civilization started in ancient Mesopotamia. You know, I could solve this problem.
You gonna Google it?
I could put my fucking glasses on while I'm reading. Oh, there we go. Okay, those are words I know. Mesopotamia is now in modern-day Iraq. However, at the beginning of the 20th century, archaeologists excavating in Iraq made an unusual discovery when they unearthed several...
Fucking Pazuzu, right?
Pazuzu!
Oh, his serpentine dick!
Yes! Yeah, 7,000-year-old artifacts which appear to represent humanoid figures with reptilian features. Snake dick!
Dude!
It all goes down in the Middle East, dude.
Yes, it does.
Whoo, we gotta go there.
Billy Friedkin.
Oh, dude. There's so many names in my brain right now from my research for my cryptid. I'm like, Stanton Freeman, Billy Friedkin, too many names. Everybody says his name. Which, Stanton Freeman, he's a whole thing in my research. Because we'll talk about him. He's a lot. He's like the Billy... No, he's not the Billy Friedkin of my cryptid. He's actually well-respected and fairly smart. He's just... he has just so many opinions on things, and he just talks about them all the time. So I'm really excited that we have some actual Pazuzu artifacts.
In
the Zuzu. Let's see. The figurines are presented with long heads, almond-shaped eyes. Oh, come on. There we go. Long tapered faces and a lizard-type nose. Okay, well, not quite.
So it's pretty much just me, but with a snake dick.
I would... I wish you could see the face. It's very cute. It's much cuter than what I pictured these things look like.
It is an exact description of what she said. I pull my nose in so I have a snake nose, and I make my face really long, and I open my eyes big.
Just picture Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we're talking here.
Adorable and longer face.
Yes, longer face.
Way longer.
So, what exactly do they represent, these prehistoric lizard figurines? Can you guess it? We don't know.
Prosperity?
No, we don't know. That was very anticlimactic. I'm sorry. According to archaeologists, their postures, such as a female figure breastfeeding, do not suggest that they were ritualistic objects.
Snakes don't breastfeed.
No, they don't. So what did they represent? Whatever they were, they appear to have been important. That's literally what this fucking article says on ancientorigins.net. Well, you know what?
Maybe the snakes had whale tits.
Dude, maybe cold-blooded animals and mammals didn't used to be so far apart. Okay, clearly this lizard is breastfeeding another lizard. Birth. That is true. I gotta save this picture too. I'm gonna throw this up on the Insta. Yeah, this is the weirdest thing ever.
It's a thing, for sure.
I know this is not a cryptid, but TV host Farmhouse Haunted by Ghost Child Who Coughs Up Blood. It's our Victorian boy child ghost.
Oh my goodness.
I know. Oh.
Little Timothy.
Little Timothy.
I wonder if he still has butterscotch discs in his pocket.
He must. He must. Otherwise, there's nothing right in this world.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, now we do have to take a moment to talk about Corny.
Yes, the best cryptid.
Dude. I am going to have to pay so much in therapy for my children because I am a piece of shit. So it all started when my two boys and my husband and I went to the corn maze this last year. We figured because we hadn't done shit for him in like 2 years that we would get out of the house. It was outside. So we went to this pumpkin patch / corn maze. It's the one that has like the Fox 12 Oregon, KPTV, their logo in like the corn. So they can fly above and be like, look, it's our featured corn maze. It's really... That's cool. It's very cool. So we went there. They were so nice. They had these big dogs roaming around that were just like fun to pet. They had, because it was COVID...
Dude, I want to go to the dog corn maze.
Dude,
were the dogs just provided or somebody was... Dude,
they just lived there. That was like their home. And they were like, oh, you want to see the corn maze? I'll take you here. Oh, you want to come over here? Dude, I love them. And then what they did is they cut out all the work for us. They had cut all the pumpkins. They had them organized small, medium, large, all in the oranges. We've got the whites and greens in the corner. Hay bales aplenty. There were tires to splash in. It was the fucking best.
We need to go there next year.
Dude, it was amazing. So the corn maze, which everyone talked shit about, was like, the corn was like 3 feet tall. Because it was like Wolfie couldn't see, but DJ could. And I'm good with that. I don't need to be lost in a corn maze with my kids. Fuck's sake. I got better things to do.
Alex ended up just peeing all over the corn.
I love that so much. He's such a little fucking badass Viking boy.
Once he like really had to go pee and he was wearing overalls.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I had to like help him with all that and I was like, okay baby, you can go pee here, and he was kind of like, oh, are you sure? I was like, yeah baby, you can go pee here. Just make sure you hold your dangle. You don't want to pee all over stuff. And so he did, and he thought that was like the funniest thing ever. And so then like a couple minutes later, he's like, Mommy, I go potty. And I was like, at first I was like, does he have to shit? Because that's a whole other thing. I don't have anything with me to accommodate that. But no, he just wanted to pee on stuff. He thought it was super funny.
Oh my God, he's amazing. He's such a sweet little baby angel. Oh my God. Yeah, it was not as cute when my 8-year-old had to pee. And so, like DJ's trying to pee. Wolfie just won't stop running away. And he thinks it's hilarious to just run into the nothing and be like, ah! And he's autistic nonverbal. He's not going to tell me where he is if I lose him. It is going to be a whole fucking thing. And so I'm like, God damn it, stay with me. God damn it, quit peeing on your shoes. God damn it, why did we come here? So 30 minutes in, Dave's like, can we just fucking go? They're driving me crazy. And so I was like, yeah, they better start moving their ass or Corny's gonna fucking get them. So on the spot, I made up a cryptid. And granted, I didn't think it out that well because later when we got home, DJ was like, is Corny still gonna get me? I was like, yeah, if you don't go to bed, he will. Piece of shit. So as we're walking through the corn maze, Dave and I are just laughing our asses off, right? Because Wolfie couldn't give a fuck less. He's just like, I'm running through the corn. You people are talking too much. But DJ was like wrapped up in it. And I was like, dude, Corny, he comes. And if you're a dick, then he takes all the corn he can find and he puts it in your butt and then makes popcorn come out your mouth. And Dave was like, no, not up the, why would it go up the butt? I'm like, I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along. I don't fucking know.
That's some shit Judy would say to Kelvin.
Right? I had bad Judy vibes that day. I have bad Judy vibes a lot. I told Dave the other day, I was like, dude, that's making my bird twitch. And he was like, oh my God, don't buy a curling iron and start replicating that hair. You
have to, dude.
I was like, that's a sweet ass wig. And of course I'm going to.
No, you need to get like the pink curlers.
Dude, I should just be Judy. Like, for Halloween and full time.
That's just your thing you're doing. That's great.
It was so good. So then we're walking through the cornfield, and a lady's brush that is caked in hair has fallen out of someone's purse and been kicked aside, right? There was so much weird shit at the corn maze. There was like a shoe. There were like half-eaten corn dogs. There was all kinds of shit. And I was like, oh my God, DJ, look. And he's like, what, Mama? What is it? I was like, it's Corny set a trap. He puts out a hairbrush, a really cool hairbrush, and this was like a plastic blue hairbrush from the dollar store. I was like, he puts it out so that you'll grab it, and when you go to grab it, he's gonna get your fucking hand, and then he's gonna stuff corn in your butt. And so, like, he's like, oh my God, he takes off running in the opposite direction of the brush. And I wouldn't let it go. I just kept, I'm just like, oh, is that corny? And then Dave started doing, like, corny calls, where he's like, oh, and, like, making all these weird noises. And then farting. And then everyone was like, oh, I'm farting. I'm doing the corny call. And it was all good fun until we got home and DJ came running out of his room and he was like, look, Mom, I drew Corny. I drew him. I saw him for real. I saw him and I drew what I saw. And it was like, It was the cutest little triangle with just like feet and then like pooping. And I was like, okay. And he's like, Corny eats kids and then poops out popcorn. I was like, that works better than what I said. So yeah, let's go with that.
DJ made a way better cryptid than either of us are capable of.
I know. And he was just like, off the top of his head, he's got my gift for storytelling. Clearly.
That's fucking awesome.
And so now every time I'll say something and he's like, dude, Mom, remember Corny? He almost got me because I almost fell for his trap. I'm like, don't get the hairbrush. It was so much fun. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
So you're saying next time you guys come over, do not put a hairbrush somewhere.
Or do and see what happens. Put a string tied to it, because like, yeah, and see if, I don't know if he'd remember. He better remember when it would make me laugh and not when it's like because I traumatized him. Because like, oh. So tell me about Bandage Man. So Megan and I went back and forth about whether Bandage Man is a cryptid or just a paranormal entity. And because he fell on paranormal entity territory, he's not technically a cryptid, but he's still worth mentioning.
So, okay. My argument as to why he was a cryptid is because he eats dogs.
I do like that.
Yeah, I think that's something a cryptid would do.
This says a mummy-like ghost.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's Big Mummy trying to annex him into mummydom.
You know what? You're right, because guess where this is located? Cryptidsoftheworld.tumblr.com.
Yeah, backspace mummies.
Bob's, yeah. What? That's a picture of Bandage Man. Okay,
okay, check this out. Here's just the loose legend behind it. Like, after I figured out he wasn't, well, I still think he's a cryptid, but after we agreed that he probably isn't a cryptid, I just, like, immediately stopped my research and I moved on to the thing that was a cryptid. But in my, like, 18-minute Google search, I found that he is allegedly the ghost, remnants, whatever, leftover corpse that never died of a logger who got badly mangled, and then they bandaged him back together. And then the ambulance he was in, as it was going to the hospital, the road got washed out, and like the ambulance went off the road, and he's never been seen again. And so, like, if you're driving to Cannon Beach and you have a dog in the back of your truck, and especially if it's late at night, and you smell something nasty,
Ooh.
like roadkill in the summer nasty, your dog is probably gonna get eaten from the back of your truck. And here's the thing, though. This isn't, like, just some weird thing that, like, one dude said one time. There's a lot of fucking story around this. And, like, an episode's worth, for sure. And there's reports of him, like, to recent day. Yeah, it's not like some crazy dude in 1906 said it one time around a campfire. They're like, yeah, that sounds good. Like, it's like Mothman or, I mean, Bigfoot or Wendigo. Like, there's contemporary sightings for sure. But it was early, and he's a newer dude, too.
It says from 1960, yeah.
Well, 1960 was when the most widely known report was, but I thought that it was, like, he was a logger from, like, the early 1900s, like, I don't know, 1903 or something.
Yeah.
And,
1930s, yeah.
But, yeah, there's this one report that's the best known, that I had actually read about in a book of Oregon ghosts and legends years ago, like over half my life ago, probably 20 years ago. And it had, the broad strokes of the story is, there's these people and they're all in a bar that apparently is an actual bar in that area, like in the Cannon Beach area.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, or was at the time, but like they're in like a real location that is current to that time. Anyway, so they're in this bar and they're, I guess, just exchanging Bandage Man stories or something. And this one dude is like, yeah, he almost got old Bessie here and blah, 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 and like goes on to tell this story. And then the fucking lights flicker. They smell something rank. They hear like a and like that, the dog is fucking gone, and there's just like a bandage left there.
Oh no!
Yeah, like a nasty, like fleshed out, like decaying flesh bandage.
Maybe he didn't eat the dog. Maybe...
No, what? Did he just kill him and not eat him? How's he sustaining himself? He absolutely ate the fucking dog.
Okay, he probably ate the dog.
Of course he ate the dog.
I was trying to make a case for why he might be a maligned cryptid, but yeah, he ate the dog.
Of course he ate the dog.
But he's a ghost.
Why would he not eat the dog?
So he just did it for fun.
Is he a ghost?
True.
Because there is, I mean, maybe he just is that dude. And he just put maggots all over his body, and they gave him some, like, maggot regenerative, because they, like, there is maggot therapy. That's an actual thing. And maybe Bigfoot found him, because it is also Bigfoot territory, and put, like, maggots and mud on him, and did, like, some Bigfoot ceremonies. Yeah. And now he's, like, alive, but the bandages that were on him at the time just, like, healed into his skin. And so, yeah, and he's stinky because, like, it hurts to fucking bathe. And so he's just caked in, like, feces and decaying flesh.
He lives with Bigfoot, near Bigfoot adjacent. Bigfoot is notoriously stinky.
Sleep with Bigfoots, wake up with stink the next day. That's what my dad always said.
It's true. Oh, that's what my dad should have told me. Why didn't my dad tell me that one?
That's okay. I made it up. I don't have a dad.
I mean, you have a dad, but he didn't give you any good advice.
Oh no, I never met the guy.
Yeah. Ooh. So.
That's the real cryptid.
Yeah. Megan's dad.
Right?
Oh.
People seen Bigfoot.
Oh shit, I feel bad for laughing about that.
Why? It was a funny joke.
That was a very funny joke.
If you didn't laugh, that would have been awkward. I would have been like, I thought that joke landed.
Dude, that's not cool.
I thought that was good timing.
Those of us with dads think that's important.
I know, right?
No way, Dad.
I thought James Spader was my dad for a little while.
Dude, I could see that.
Well, I look like old James Spader. I look nothing like young James Spader. Once I figured out I look nothing like young James Spader, and I never have ever looked anything like young James Spader, then I was like, yeah, it's improbable.
We can still come for him.
No.
We can still be like, dude, just take the test. Come on, just take the test. Can we take a test? Just let's hang out for a minute, take a test, and then we can shoehorn in a lunch, and then we're best friends all of a sudden.
I was just thinking weird stuff like, I wonder what his blood smells like. I think it probably smells good. He seems like somebody who would smell good.
He is always impeccably dressed and seemingly well groomed. I bet he smells amazing.
Yeah.
I bet he smells like goat milk soap and like a hint of lilac.
He smells spicy, I think.
Ooh.
I think Jeff Goldblum probably smells spicy too. My friend Brandon was on Portlandia, and he said that Jeff Goldblum smells so good and he's really nice, and that his hands are the softest things he's ever touched in his entire life.
I just want to touch Jeff Goldblum. I just want to feel his softness.
I just want to be near him.
Me too. He has good vibes.
He doesn't speak as much as he just purrs.
Yes!
And that's amazing.
I love him. I want to meet him. I want to So it's recently come out. Someone very sadly found a list of things that Amy Winehouse, like, this is what I want to do when I get famous. And she like, I want to write a song with this person. It was really fucking sad. But then I realized I also have a list that I need to make happen or throw away, because if someone finds it when I'm dead, it's going to be extra sad. Like, touch Jeff Goldblum's hands. Give Pete Davidson a facial so that we can talk about Kim and who her stylist is. And I need to know all the things about when he was with Cassie David, and does he not realize that he ruined the best thing that could ever have happened to him?
Yeah, they were good together.
I really don't care how famous anyone is. She was the best thing ever for him. I'm like, can you get her back? Is there anything you can do? And I know he's going to be like, oh, that was a part of my life. It's done now. And I'd be like, dude, I haven't talked to her at all, but I feel like you might be able to do it if you just clean your shit up.
So
we'll have a heart-to-heart.
I actually did watch, after you said something, I watched the Paul Rudd hosted SNL with Pete Davidson, the Pete Davidson show.
That was good.
And when he's like Pete Davidson show, you know, doing like his show on the Staten Island Ferry for free.
While Joe's just downstairs charging $50 a plate.
Exactly.
To eat toast with him.
Then I think at that point, I see what you did. I think that at that point he will be like, man, I had a good thing with Cassie David.
Yeah. But she'll already be like, I had the best life ever without you, dude, because your mental illness was real hard.
I think that she will confidently be like living alone with a cat that's got like a bunch of issues, and she doesn't like the cat necessarily. She had a roommate briefly who like left the cat there, and now the cat's hers, and she has to like give it its insulin every like 48 minutes or it fucking dies. The cat is like 70 and has kind of hair, but you can't really pet it, and just yells all the time.
If you look at it wrong, what's left of its fur falls out. Yeah. You have to be really careful.
It doesn't even fall out. It launches at you like a tarantula. And she's allergic.
Oh, she is, isn't she?
I don't know.
I thought it was in her book. New fact for the Wikipedia page on Cassie David. We're making it up as we go along. Allergic to cats.
And rabbits.
Oh, I want bunnies. We have wild bunny. The wild bunnies are back because it's getting warmer on the mountain here. Oh, yeah, I know.
We had like a ton of them.
I love them so much, but I know they're back because there's a bunch of dead ones on the road that have been hit by cars because they've lived their whole bunny lives in their little bunny burrow and they don't know cars are bad.
Yeah, cars will smush. Poor bunnies.
Stupid. Oh.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say more about bandagement, but I actually think that I said everything I knew.
I saved a picture of what someone thought Bandage Man might look like, and it's one of the best pictures ever. So there's one where he's like a cyclops.
No, he's got 2 eyes.
This one has 2 eyes, yeah. I can't turn my computer because all our mics are hooked up to it, but I'll show you when we're done for sure.
So
it's good shit.
I had very first heard about him when I was dating this guy, and he had said something about like, have you heard about bandagement? And I was like, no. And
are you threatening me?
And then I read it in that book, and I was like, oh, it's an actual thing. And then I completely forgot about it for like 20 years. And then I was like, oh, maybe he's a cryptid.
Oh, bandage
he's a something.
He's a something. He's what future cryptids will become, a hybrid ghost mummy cryptid situation.
He's like debatably a ghost, though. I mean, anything debatably could be a ghost if you're good at debating, but...
Yeah, that's true. I mean, technically, I could be a ghost.
I could debate that.
Yeah. I could see you debating that, too. People ignore me a lot. Am I real? Sometimes I think I'm not real because my kids don't listen to me.
One time when I was super fucking stoned, I talked one of my friends into thinking that he was my imaginary friend, and he truly believed it for about 10 minutes.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
so funny.
That was my peak. That was my mountain right there.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I know.
Mine will be convincing Tom Hiddleston to have curry with me. Just like curry takeout.
I mean, like, you got to get your foot in the door on that one. I already knew the person who was gullible enough that I knew I could talk them into that. So that was pretty attainable. And plus, we were like 14.
Things were easier at 14, weren't they?
Yeah, well, and he wasn't as used to being high. So just get Tom Hiddleston high on, like, a drug he has never done before, and then I'm pretty sure you can talk him into most stuff.
Dude, I literally know so little.
You might have to take care of him, though. He might weep.
He might not.
Are you
be
ready
a drug
to be?
Person?
Yeah, I know. What if he's never done a drug in his life, and you just like give him some, I don't know, like some designer like McAfee drug?
Dude, I'll watch Patch Adams and then I'll take care of him. I'll be like, dude,
I know everything.
I am prepared for this. You take this designer drug. I have seen Patch Adams twice. I know what to do with people when they freak out. I've got the red clown nose. And
that'll help.
And I feel like we're gonna be okay. Just don't show me your feet. Don't show me your feet. Because then I will freak out. But, like, because I'm assuming we're going to be high together. And when I see feet, I freak out.
In life?
Yeah, but, like, when I see bare feet in real life, I'm just like, dude. Oh, God. I'm going to have to. I fixate on them. I'm like, those are feet. There's feet right there near me. And they're bare. I don't know. I'm not grossed out by them. I'm not enticed by them.
Are you, like, scared that they're going to touch the stuff that, like, they're just going to touch your silverware or something? The rim of your glass? Someone's just going to put their toe all over your fucking drinking cup? Just stare you right in the eyes and pull that big dick move.
I feel like...
going to put their pinky toe inside your soda can.
Or maybe they did it before I got there. And they know that they've touched everything with their bare feet.
You left them alone for exactly 1 second, and you're like, this whole place is feet now. I have to burn it down.
Exactly. So, I don't know what it is about feet, like, my own feet. I remember a friend of mine telling me, like, oh my God, she's like, I haven't seen your feet in the 20 years we've been friends, and I saw them the other day and they were normal. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? And she was like, why do you hide your feet? And I couldn't explain it. I was like, because bare feet mean something. Like, I can't articulate it. So there's always like, okay, there's the existing paranoia that I already have about things, touching things I put my mouth on.
Yeah, I have that part. And
so, like, but also I'm fixated because hands and feet look a little bit alike. So I'm like, then I'll compare. I'm like, do your feet look like your hands? Do his feet look like his hands? And usually they fit. They're a good pair, you know? Dude, I don't know what my deal is. I just want to, like, laugh and, and I fixate on them, and it's the weirdest fucking thing in the world. I'm just like, feet. Do they match hands?
Well, okay, so...
What's going on with these feet?
But weird feet are weird.
Weird feet are weird. Maybe that's what it is like, I can't come to terms
like,
with my own feet.
Like, normal feet are whatever, but weird feet are weird.
I feel like Tom Hiddleston might have weird feet, because Tom Hardy has weird feet.
Would. Does he?
They're like pontoon boats. They're so long and skinny. In Bronson, he goes full bore naked.
I know, like, I remember what his dick looks like, but I never paid attention to his feet. You really?
I mean, I was like, ooh, a dangle.
He's got an uncircumcised dick.
Is he uncircumcised?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've just never seen one in real life. Like, face to face. I've never been face to face with one.
Never just looked one in the eye.
Just like, make eye contact with me. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I don't know. This is like, this is hard to like get out. It's so lame. I don't know why this is like, I don't know. I just stare at them. I stare at my kids' feet and I just like, I touch them. I'm like, your feet are so beautiful. They're so perfect. Like, I just love them so much. And
I do that with Alex, but he's got stinky little vinegar feet.
Oh my God, my kids have vinegar toes so bad. But like, I look at Dave's feet and I'm just like, why are they looking at me? And his feet are they're totally normal. He has normal guy feet. There's no crazy corns. There's no weird toe. And as much as I joke about him having like old man toenails, they're not. I mean, they're just normal feet. But like, I think I'm really just suspicious of all feet.
I make assumptions about people's feet if I have never seen them. Like, I don't know, you seem like you have normal feet, but like, I think it's mainly just dudes. Like, especially if they have weird hands, I'm always like, what's those toes look like?
Yes, right? Because like, hands match feet.
Sometimes they fucking don't though.
Yeah, sometimes they don't.
I got little tiny toes, but I have small fucking hands though too.
You do, and your feet are so cute. Like you and Alex have matching feet.
Yeah, our feet are exactly the same.
Totally, and my hands match my feet. My feet are fucking whatever. They're normal. I don't have the second toe's not longer than the first. I mean, they're normal feet, but for some reason, and it's, oh my God, it's like a therapy session. I'm having this memory come back. When I was little, my dad used to tell me I had gecko toes and that they were good for climbing coconut trees.
Oh, that's so cute.
Which is cute, but I think it might have traumatized me because now that I'm like saying it out loud, it's making me want to hide in shame. I guess I took it as a bad thing.
Why? That's so adorable.
I know, Wolfie totally has my feet, and I tell him all the time, I'm like, look at your little gecko toes. Maybe I'm doing the same thing to him that my dad did to me.
I don't see why gecko toes would be bad.
I don't know why I thought they were bad either.
I have heard, though, this one person who both of us know, he's got, and this is from people who have lived with him. I'm not even going to say who it is, because when I say what it is, you'll already know. Apparently, his toenails, like, grow down.
Vince Vaughn style.
Does Vince Vaughn have weird feet?
He has weird hands. He must have weird feet. He's got like the balls on the ends of the finger and the nail grows all the way over. Yeah, Vince Vaughn hands. Okay.
So you already know.
I already know. I know exactly.
And like when he walks, it clicks.
I think what it is feet can be, I don't trust feet. They're nefarious and unassuming, and people don't. Okay, I'm realizing this is growing up being trained by an agent of chaos. People don't see it coming when they are assaulted with feet. There's this one wrestler that Dave really likes, and he wrestles barefoot. I'm just like, he should be fired. He should be fucking fired. You are not on an even playing ground.
Have you ever met somebody who, like, looked normal, and they were maybe kind of cute, but their feet were fuck no?
Yes.
I met one dude like that, and I was working at a gas station, and he was my coworker, my skeevy, gross-ass coworker's cute roommate.
Oh, no!
And he was significantly older than me. Like, nothing was ever going to happen, but, like, I liked hanging around because I thought he was cute. And then I saw him just walking around, and he... Like, the top of him was, like, 27, roughly, you know? Like, I said, he was older than me. I think I was, like, 20 or 18 or something. So, like, the top part of him was 27.
Oh, no.
From the ankle down, he was an old wizard.
Were they furry on top?
No, I don't mind furry. Like, I don't even remember if they were furry. I just remember his toenails.
Oh, no.
His fucking... toenails.
And those are the goddamn people that run around wearing flip-flops with all the confidence in the world.
Yeah, I know. I fucking know.
Oh my god, were they like...
They were clickety-clacky. They were so fucking long. Okay, so right now I have pretty long fingernails. Like, they were, I'm not joking you, as long as my current fingernails.
Oh no! That's...
Which, okay, so, like, my nails right now are probably, what would you say, like, 3/4 of an inch right now?
Definitely. They're beautiful. They're like a... I asked her if they were real.
Shaped.
Yeah,
they are real.
Yeah, and they are casket shaped. They're beautiful.
But they, his toenails were that length and they curled down. And so it was like a fucking mountain goat, like a little mountain goat. Little Shar-Pei was walking around. God. But the thing was too, it's not like they were just grown out. They were also fucking jagged. That's what made a wizard toenails. They weren't like extremely like they weren't so thick that like they were like little hot dogs on top of his little hot dog toes. But they were like as thick as maybe acrylic nails.
Oh my god.
A little less thick than acrylic nails. And they were fucking jagged. It was like he was wearing gag feet. Like he was like, oh, these feet will be hilarious. I'm going to buy these from the joke foot store. Because it matched so fucking little. Like, imagine if, like, I looked like me, but I had size 16 feet. It made that much sense.
So, like he crawls into a fucking wood barrel at night to sleep because he's like ancient wizard.
Only from the ankles down.
Oh my god.
From the ankles up, he was handsome.
Dude.
It was the weirdest fucking thing.
That is not fair.
Here's the thing, too. There was no aspect of his personality that led me to believe that would be the case either. It's not hints. Like he was, like,
oh my god,
cute, but kind of, like, nasty or like cute, but you know, maybe his teeth were gross or his fingernails were dirty. No, like he was well maintained except for from the ankle down.
It was a full-on bait and switch.
Yeah, he had like Wolfman feet, but from the ankles up, he was like Teen Wolf 2 before like he switched, and from the ankles down, it was the weirdest shit. It was the weirdest shit. So yeah, it was like he only knew like 9/10 of the anti-aging spell. Or you know, like Achilles, how Achilles' mom took him by the and dipped him. It's like his mom just took him like from the ankle because she was like, I don't want to drop you, and just dipped him up to the ankle bone and was like, okay, you're always gonna look 27.
Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm gonna throw up. That's the funniest shit I've ever pictured in my whole life.
Yeah, it was weird. And the thing was, too, like
he
up
lost
to...
that bit of the spell at the dog.
Yeah. Like, he got interrupted, like, Mom, I'm spelling! God!
Get out of here, Mom!
Get out of here, Mom! But, like, up to that point, I felt like I was kind of vibing with him. And then after I found out he had wizard feet, he started kind of vibing with me, and I was like, no, thank you. I'd prefer to not get a staph infection from your jagged, fucking serrated bread knife toenails.
Oh my god.
I acknowledge all bread knives are serrated, but these were jaggedy.
He's like, for Valentine's Day, I'll give you MRSA also with your staff, and like we can. Oh, I bet he wants to sleep naked too, and like cuddle up real close.
He did absolutely seem like somebody who would want to sleep naked. One time he wanted to meditate naked with me, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. This is after I knew about the feet.
You're like, that's all I'm gonna be looking at. I won't be able to think about it.
Yeah, I would not be able to concentrate, because what if he tries to make a move with his foot first and scratches me and it draws blood? I will be livid. I will, and I didn't have insurance at the time. It was like 2003.
Oh no!
So like,
you couldn't play Russian roulette with something like that?
Fuck no! Fuck no! I don't know what kind of shit he's got going on. Fuck no!
The inside of his little barrel.
Yeah.
It's all just like claw marks and MRSA. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh man!
The thing is too, up until that point, I always wondered why I never saw him like with lady friends, because he was really good looking. Dude, for that time period.
Bait and
real
switch.
Douchey nowadays, though. If he has not updated his look, he ought to.
If somebody didn't get a hold of that boy and train him and fix his feet, Like, you know how sometimes you'll have an ex and you're like, you're welcome, ladies that came after, because I taught him how to floss.
Yep, exactly.
Oh,
Whether
man.
he kept flossing after me, I don't know, but
God willing.
he knows how to now, so there's that.
So, if you were eating a sandwich, I'm sorry. Just know that if you come around me with your feet out, I'm going to be like, I'm going to be staring. I'm going to be taking it all in. As a writer, I feel like studying a person as a whole is really important. To know who they are and seeing the feet, if they match the hands, is like essential. It's essential.
What if you and Dave, like, got married and stuff like that, but you had never seen his feet? And then after you got married, he had werewolf feet or like wizard feet or mummy feet.
If he had mummy feet like Shelley from Hemlock Grove, you remember when she's got the bandages around her hands and her feet? We'll talk about that when we do our Hemlock Grove episode. So Dave and I got married really quickly, all things considered. We were only together a year when we got married. And there were several things that popped out after we got married on both sides where we were like, ooh, for real? Damn, you could have done that at any point in the last year and you fucking didn't. But he very confidently that first day when we met, we hung out. Okay, long story short, my husband was a musician. I was a filmmaker. He hired me to go on tour with him and make a documentary about his tour. We were sharing a hotel room at the Motel 6 because it was cheaper. And he confidently just like, he's like, oh, I'm gonna get comfy. Pulled his pants off. He was wearing long johns, right? Because it was like March.
Yeah,
it was
I
so
wear
cold.
long johns.
I was like, damn, homie, you're prepared. And he very confidently, one sock off, the other sock off, kicked his feet up on his bed because we had two twins. And I was like, oh, feet, match hands. All right, cool. We got that out of the way real quick. The shit that came later, man, that was more complicated. Which is a perfect segue into our merch section on our new website.
It's so fucking cool.
It's so good. Honestly, you want a water bottle that says Jizz and Bees.
Or a color-changing fucking coffee cup that's got a little chihuahua who looks like a Rottweiler and he's got a little crown and it's excuse me, I was told there would be cheese axes.
It's adorable. You want
And super fucking inexpensive. Like, very reasonably priced.
Very affordable.
Yeah.
Very affordable. For Cryptid month, go buy yourself a Mothman in the streets, Bigfoot in the sheets, tote bag, cup, shirt.
Yep.
All the options are there.
Yeah. And if we don't have something that you want us to have, let us know. We'll make it.
I have been currently contemplating ideas for new designs for merch, so hit us up. Like, we're always taking suggestions.
Hell yeah. Even if there's just a thing that you thought was funny that we said one time, we'll make a fucking tote bag out of it.
Dude, that's literally what all our merch is.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Actually, yes, that's true.
You know what? Our Bigfoot Mothman, guess what? You can get the safe for work or the not safe for work.
Yeah.
There's dicks, balls, boobs. There's something for everyone.
And there's things for all genders too, because there's a Bigfoot that is got boobs. There's a Bigfoot that is got dicks
with big old balls.
Yeah, big old balls. We can make any variation of genitals.
I can put any genital on.
Put all
anything.
genitals.
All
everywhere.
genitals. Dick above. Yes. You decide which way it goes. I will make it.
We'll make dicks and
work.
butts. It'll be a whole thing.
And you're going to want to buy it because after this segment, I am going to treat you all to something that you may not have missed out on originally, which is my episode of my old podcast, the Sleepy Knots podcast, where I wrote a very fun and intriguing episode all about Bigfoot.
Super fucking hilarious.
So stay tuned after we say because we're still going to have, well, maybe we'll do it before. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know what?
For sure.
Hang tight and find out where the Bigfoot story is because it's going to be in here. It's
somewhere.
It's going to be awesome. Thanks for joining us, dude. I laughed so hard I cried, and then I cried a little more, and then I got the cry voice because I couldn't cry or laugh anymore. And, we all have feet. Let's just take care of them and not put them in people's glasses. Don't put them anywhere.
Yeah, don't put your feet on stuff, guys.
Dude, seriously.
It's weird.
Like, enjoy the rest of Cryptid month. I swear it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.